Upon, the importance of the Quad Summit as well. That's going to be another big takeaway of the Prime Minister's visit to the United States, because you're going to see the first in-person Quad Summit actually happening on day 2 of the Prime Minister's visit. The Quad consists of the United States, India, of course, Japan and Australia. And as Geeta mentioned, for the Indo-Pacific region right now, with all that's happening with regards to Afghanistan, with regards to China also importantly, this particular meeting is very, very important because there have been repercussions felt for India, for Japan, as well as for Australia. That's going to be discussed in great detail. There's also going to be discussions on COVID-19, considering that this entire tour, this Quad Summit is happening during a pandemic. There's going to be discussion on vaccine distribution and other issues with regards to the pandemic as well. But there's no doubt that the Quad Summit and this particular meeting is something that China will be watching very, very warily, because it will have direct repercussions on what's happening in the Indo-Pacific region.
This is where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold bilateral meeting with President Biden, followed by the big Quad meeting, the first in-person meeting of Quad leadership that will take place at the White House. Primarily, the focus is going to be how to ensure that China and Chinese aggression is contained in the entire Indo-Pacific region. There are many areas that will be covered when it comes to alliances, but also the focus will remain counter-terrorism, post-COVID recovery, is also supply chain resilience. These are very important aspects, but terrorism and the situation in Afghanistan certainly are going to be key. President Biden has been criticized for having withdrawn troops very hastily from Afghanistan, and the focus now shifting to another theater, that's the Indo-Pacific. But the fact of the matter is that for India, for Australia, for Japan, for many other countries, security situation in Afghanistan is a huge concern. There is the white flag that flutters in every building, atop every building in Afghanistan, but there are certain people over here who still are keeping the tricolor of Afghanistan flying high. That's the Afghan flag. This is a tenement that first started as a protest site to protest nuclear war or nuclear arms race. That was in 1978, and it became a permanent structure in 1981. Is that a message that you still want, and people over here still want, an inclusive Afghanistan?
I don't want that, with you being next door to Pakistan and Afghanistan only being one more nation away. I don't want that to influence a nation of 1.4 billion people on this planet.
Well, that's a citizen of America, a concerned citizen, saying that India, being next door neighbor, should not be influenced by what Pakistan is doing. Speaking of Pakistan, will certainly come up when Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets the leaders of Quad, as also President Biden. Video journalist Yogendra Singh in Washington, D.C., right outside White House. Geeta Mohan for India Today.